Radial deviation, ulnar deviation. I'm going to anchor my hands to keep the movement in my wrist. Radial, ulnar. Try to make the movement flowy and smooth, but coming from the wrist, not pronating and supinating at the forearm. You can even do one at a time if that helps. Finger flexion, extension. Flexion, extension. hook, fist, tabletop, sandwich grip, straight, hook, fist, sandwich grip, straight, hook, fist. Isometric wrist flexion. You're doing this wrist flexion against resistance. Push into both hands, flexing. Isometric wrist flexion. Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. No actual movements taking place, but I'm pushing to flex both wrists. We're trying to do this movement. Now we're trying to do this movement. We're gonna do one at a time against resistance. You can see my wrist extensor group activating. You can work pretty hard. Ooh, 40 seconds is a lot for this one. You don't have to push as hard either. It might ease up a bit. When you do wrist extension, you'll see muscle activation there. Trying to extend, but I'm resisting with this hand. And you can tell I'm resisting because my other arm is activated as well. If you don't want to do one at a time, you can go into something. Push. You won't need a lot of resistance unless you have really strong radial deviation. Very little resistance is needed. Again, performing radial deviation, but this hand is keeping movement from happening. Isometric radial deviation. You could technically go like this too, pushing into both hands. It's a little more difficult. We're gonna do both hands ulnar deviation, pushing this way, but not letting any movement happen. I don't have strong enough ulnar deviators to wood chop this box. In an isometric contraction, no formal movement should be taking place. It's probably too heavy of a band. Who says you need some expensive equipment to get the job done? You just simply don't. Just a little hair scrunchie, better than the actual band, therapy band. There are ones designed for this particular exercise that are better. Take your time. Kind of hard. I recommend very little weight. You know, I'm gonna do 2.5. Do radial deviation with light weight. I'm going to do 2.5 pounds on each hand. You can keep your forearms on a bench if that helps. Make sure you're isolating the movement at your wrist. Putting them on a bench might help isolate the wrist. Probably will help. You don't have to move the ball around as you squeeze. I just like doing that. Another option is running your hands under warm water and performing mobility movements under warm water. That will really help with people that are suffering from arthritis-like symptoms, wanting to keep the joint moving. Another one of my favorite movements for people that either have stiffness or freezing is these flicks. If you're struggling to get the movement, just pretend that you washed your hands and now there's no paper towel or towel, and you just have to flick the water off your fingers. You can also grab Play-Doh or some sort of therapy putty. You can buy therapy putty. Play-Doh is very cheap at Walmart or any major retailer. And you can squeeze the therapy putty or the Play-Doh, play with Play-Doh, make shapes with Play-Doh, play with your kids or grandkids with Play-Doh. You can also work on pinching the Play-Doh. Those are two more bonus options for arthritis-friendly wrist exercises. And we're going to be putting together an even bigger program, a more difficult follow-along mobility routine for wrist that includes more strength-focused exercises and activities, a little bit higher level, but still working on the strength, range of motion, and stability of your wrists. When you're doing these movements, if you really want to target your wrist, try to make sure you're not pronating and supinating, but the movement is coming from your wrist. You can put your forearm down on something to make sure the movement's coming from your wrist. If you are compensating, that can be okay, but if you want to work on being able to move your wrist and improving your wrist mobility, if you're moving from other joints, you're really not going to be improving and focusing your attention on the actual mobility, strength, and functionality of the wrist. Any type of joint pain is often benefited from doing so in warm climates. I am in my unair conditioning garage. It is very hot in here, but you can put your hands under warm water or do something to warm your hands up that's kind of gentle, even if you're just walking and swinging your arms or moving your shoulders. If your wrists are very stiff, but you can move other parts of your body, get the blood circulating, your body moving. The longer you stay still, the more that synovial fluid will stop really moving around the way that it should. Motion is lotion. It's great for your joints. The more you stay moving, the better it is to prevent arthritic symptoms from taking over your body and destroying your quality of life. Keep your functionality up and focus on fluid, range of motion before you focus on strength if you have symptoms with joint discomfort, arthritis, etc. If you start to go right into a heavy, hard movement, it's going to be hard to improve your range of motion and your mobility, and it's not going to do much in terms of pain. Open chain movements are when your wrists are free to move around as they fancy. Closed chain movements are when your hands are planted and it's the other part of your body that's the one moving. If I were to plant my wrists and move something else, that's a closed chain movement. Say I'm doing a wall push-up, for example. If I have my hands free, that's an open chain movement. And open chain movements are typically less painful for people that have arthritic symptoms and better if you're really working on keeping pain down while still staying active and mobile. I hope that helps. Bye-bye.